Hello FlossTube, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I'm going to show you the Just Nan designs which I have stitched so far since I started stitching it. So it was like the end of 2018. I'm going to spread the video in two parts, I think, because one video is going to be long, and I hope you will enjoy this first part. Why did I decide to do this? It's that from my videos, those who watch my videos, you probably noticed that Just Nan is, I would dare to say, one of, or even the most beloved designer whose designs I am stitching so far, because every time I'm trying to stick to something else, every time I'm coming back and I'm stitching something by Just Nan. Every time I have even like months when I stitch a lot of them during 1 month. And 3 years ago, I think almost 3 years ago, I filmed such a video, but at that time I wasn't stitching so much Just Nan, and believe me that from that time until now, I have stitched many more. That's why I decided to share what I have in this video. So I mean, I'm going to show you all everything I have stitched, no matter if the design is finished or it's not finished. I would say everything about Just Nan, meaning like I love the colors of the threads which are present. I love the embellishment packs, the beads, the charms which are there, the pins, and I love the process of stitching it, like the project itself. Like when I'm stitching it, I even dare to say that I know almost by heart the symbols when because I know that this is either Y to B5200, things like this. And many times you write in the comments that I'm stitching them fast. Maybe because I already got used to the symbols, to the patterns, and all these things. I like the samplers. I like the 3D designs like biscornues, balls, and so on and so forth. That's why I'm stitching so much. And I also like very much watching the videos where I see like stitchers presenting their stash of Just Nan, charts and embellishment packs by Just Nan. I like seeing projects being stitched. That's why I decided, why not sharing with you the thing I like the most to stitch. Okay, let me start first with the designs I haven't finished. I have 2 of them so far, which I know for sure that I won't finish by myself, because I am going to go to professional frame, like shop frame workshop, so that they would frame it for me. The first one is Bellmid, if I'm not wrong. There are 3 more. I am more or less the same. The same size, which I'm intending to stitch. This is Winter Heaven. This is don't remember how they are called, the others. So I'm intending to stitch the other 3 and then finishing them, because I want more or less the frame to be the same, because they are the same style, the same size. That's why this one was stitched, but it's not going to be framed until the rest of them are going to be stitched as well. Very beautiful. I know this one is stitched. I don't remember which one. I think not Winter Heaven. The other 2 ones, they were reprinted. They are even now sold. 2020. You see, I have a year when I stitched this one. 2020, 3 years ago, 3 and a bit years ago, almost 4. Petite stitches, specialty stitches, beautiful things. Nice one. Really nice one. And here I remember this writing with petites was killing me, but it worths. It worths every stitch you make on this design because it's beautiful. This one is beautiful. Then I have a design which was stitched even before the previous one. This is I don't remember how it's called. I remember buying it from a shop, this one, because still I managed to find it like a design on its normal price, because after that they were taken out of print and I couldn't. I saw some of them being sold on eBay. So what's the idea of this sampler is stitching the designs, is stitching each season, like the elements they are stitched with thread gatherer, if I'm not wrong, hand-dyed silk, and where the season is written, for example, winter, this is DMC pearl, and each season has petite beads and it has a charm. So not so many materials, but nevertheless the design is beautiful because of this. Then the next one is spring, and spring looks like this, if you can see. Spring. Then it's summer, pinkish summer, and the autumn. One of my favorite, because I love autumn. So a squirrel, pumpkins, owls, what else? Leaves, and it's written autumn. Yeah, beautiful one. This one can be finished into a banner or a bell pull, but still I'm thinking it's too big, too nice. So I'm leaving the opportunity of having this framed in a frame so far. I'll see after. Then I have 4 stockings, which I don't know if I'm going to finish them by myself. I don't know how to finish stockings, but I think that until the moment I'm going to have the other 2 stitched, because I'm waiting for 2 more to be stitched by me, of course, not waiting for somebody to stitch them for me. I am going to watch probably some tutorials, because there are tutorials saying how to finish them, and maybe I am going to do it by myself, because so far I already did quite a lot of finishings, and I think it's going to be okay. So what I have so far, I have the cranberry plaid. I showed them not a long time ago. I mean, like in the end of this winter, I showed them because I stitched the 4th one, and that's why I again showed the 4 of them. Then I have sugar plum violets, if I'm not wrong, this one is called. All of them have the same size, I mean, like in the stitches, and the same idea of like even the elements, like this one, they come the same. They have a tassel, but of course inside this one is the same to everybody, to each of them. This one is the same, and I have pink cushions for each of them. I'm going to show them later, because when I'm stitching the a stocking, I'm stitching a pink cushion as well. Then this is burgundy bouquet. This one was stitched this winter in February, if I'm not wrong. So because I had the 3 of them stitched, and I was like waiting, and I said they are not going to stitch by themselves if I'm going to wait. That's why I decided that I have to stitch them little by little. And then it's Christmas shoulders, if I'm not wrong. This one was the first I stitched. Nice one. Then there is one more design which I'm like kind of balancing. There is a moment when I'm telling myself, no, this one has to be framed in a frame, a beautiful, nice frame. Then I say, okay, but this is a pretty small design. Why not finishing it into a bell pull? So this is the Peacock Majesty, and this one was stitched from scratch. I mean, not with the original embellishment bag, because I didn't have it at the time, but I wanted to stitch the design very, very much. And on eBay, it was sold as an out-of-print design, and it was rare and expensive. And when I saw that Susan Clark's Originals was selling such peacocks, because the one which is stitched here, the peacock, it's the same. It's just in gold, but mine is colored, you see, painted, sorry. And I said, okay, the moment I got my hands on this charm, I said I'm going to stitch it. Honestly, I like this peacock more than the one which is in the original embellishment pack, because that one is just gold. This one is colored. It's much more beautiful. And the threads I used according to the key, the DMCs. There is a hand-dyed thread, silk, which I tried to find, but I couldn't, because according to the name, I couldn't find it, neither in Fred Gevre nor in Gloriana. And I remember that I found DMC Coloris, how they're called, you know, the DMC variegated threads, one which had exactly the colors which I used here. So I said, okay, I'm going to use it. I have a video, by the way, on my channel where I am presenting everything I used in this design, so that if you would like to stitch it from scratch, I just indicate the fabric, which it's Weigert, it's Cashel, I know for sure, like which number of Cashel, how it's called, the Cashel, like the everything I indicated there. So if you would feel that you want to stitch this one from scratch, you can. Instead of this peacock, you could use something else, or you can leave it like that, because this one looks beautiful without the peacock as well, you see. So about this one, I'm still like thinking how to finish it, and the moment I'll have a decision, of course I'm going to do it. Then in the same chart, it was like a bonus chart, and there was such like 2 peacocks on the element, and having like the fabric, the materials, I decided why not finishing this one as well, stitching this one as well. I stitched it, but I haven't finished it so far. I have like 2 ideas of how to finish it. I'll decide which one is going to be, and for sure I'm going to finish this one by myself. So this one is going to be finished by myself. Then I have such a collaboration between Shepherd's Bush, Charlene Designs, and Just Nan, and this one was a design which I wanted very, very much, and the moment I got everything, I stitched it like very, very quickly, and I haven't finished it yet. It was last year, spring, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so this one, when starting finishing something by Just Nan, this one is will be the first on the list to finish it. So this is the Shepherd's Bush. So until the words, if I'm not wrong, it's one designer. You see like the flowers, and then it's such a shepherd charm. Though far apart, then it comes Charlene Designs, still close to heart, and then it's Just Nan, friends will ever be. You see, beautiful. I remember liking it a lot. So yes, I said that I have to organize myself and finish it. Finish it. Then Humming Bead Heaven, if I'm not wrong. In case I am not saying the titles of the designs correctly, or I forgot them, please excuse me, because there are so many, and I already don't remember all of them. I remember wanting this one very, very much. This is how it looks like. I think these are hollyhocks, I'm not sure. Such birds. I remember specialty stitches, the geese here, the butterflies, and the bunny. I would like to finish this one in a bell pull for sure. Yes, it's going to be a small kind of bell pull, but I don't see other finishing for this one, honestly. I don't know how else to finish it. So yes. And then also a design which I stitched pretty long time ago. This is 4 Seasons, such design. Remember this design being difficult because there are petites, there are specialty stitches. Stitched it how do I say, season by season, yes, but it's nice. This one is very, very nice. It was a time when I was thinking like finishing it into like with a frame, but then I decided that no, I'm going to finish it with a bell pull. Still, it's going to be a bell pull. I just, as I said, frogs here. I need to find time. I need to organize myself and petite stitches here. There were the back stitch. I remember the back stitch here on this snowflakes. I think they are snowflakes. Nice, really, really nice. So when I pulled them out and like I looked at them, you know, I was kind of surprised that I don't have so many Just Nan unfinished. And I know for sure that this one, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, these ones are going to be finished by me for sure. Just so these 4 are a must to be finished by me. I'm thinking about this one. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm thinking about this one. These ones have to be, the other 2 have to be stitched, and then I'll decide. And the other 2, as I said, as I presented in the beginning, those ones are waiting for a professional framing. I think so, at least. So these are all the Just Nan designs which are stitched and they are not finished yet, like in any way. And if speaking about banners, bell pulls, I have 7. I mean, by Just Nan, I have 7. I don't know why I thought that I have more, but no, there are just 7. So there is space for more in case I want to finish. Okay, let me show you what I have. I have such a design. It doesn't have a banner here because these ones were they used to have the Just Nan, you know, banners, bell pulls. They were used to sell, like they come in painted in white. I have 2 of them, 2 different of them, but I have to think which one is going to go to which design. And I thought about like each season, like changing them, things like this. But now I'll decide which goes to which, and I'll try to give each of these designs their own bell pull, so that I wouldn't change them, like open them here. We have the open them here and change, because I have some of them which are already attached here, and they are not like they cannot be taken away unless you need to do some washing. I remember wanting to stitch this design very, very much. The problem here was the fabric, because the fabric here is Graziano, like squares, and I couldn't find that one. And I remember like replacing it with the same 28 count, but from Weeks That Works, also like kind of similar. It's not absolutely the same, but it's similar. Nevertheless, I think it looks wonderful. This one, beautiful, with a lot of like little elements which make the design beautiful. I remember this one having from a shop sent me like an order from the shop. They put this one as a gift, and I thought that, oh, this one looks nice here. They just attached it. So this is how it looks like. This would be the... I remember when I started like finishing the designs like this, and I realized that I can do it, I was so happy. I was so happy. Next one is Enchanted Swans. And I remember wanting to finish this one somehow differently and unusually. And when I managed to have this finishing, I was extremely like proud of myself. So I decided to have the this part with hardanger. I remember being like driven by hardanger in those times, and I took some of the elements here from a Victoria Sampler design, but nevertheless I had to adjust it. I had to think how to do it. And I remember adjusting also these elements here so that they would fit like here. And the idea of having 2 fabrics, this comes from an Amy Bishop design. And I thought about which fabric to choose, how to make everything. And I was feeling so proud of myself for doing it. Yeah, but this is how it looks, the other part. So it's It doesn't have anything like any other fabric, but I like it very, very much. You see? And the bell pull here, it's simple with 2 organza ribbons. Then I have this design. This one was a reprint, like last year. I don't remember when. It was a reprint. Mine, it's not a reprint. It was stitched like earlier before the reprint came. Still, it's a design which I'm not 100% happy of the finishing. I'm not happy with this lace, and I'm thinking of like choosing something larger, bigger, nicer. And it doesn't have anything here on the edges. Maybe I'm going to put something. I'm not sure again about this one. This is how it looks like. Then I have this one, Christmas piece, it's called. This one also, there was a reprint not a long time ago, but mine, it's not a reprint. I had the original one. This is how it looks like. Beautiful one, really, really beautiful design, you know, like not complicated. And you see, I have the bell pulls, they are per mean, if I'm not wrong. This is how this side looks. And this one, you see, I already attached here with Wila invisible thread, so that they would be like all the time like this. So I won't take them away, it's just stocked, and before Christmas it's taken out and the house is being decorated with it. Okay, I don't remember exactly how this one is called, but I remember wanting it a lot. And I didn't have at the time the original chart with the embellishment pack, and I remember buying this butterfly from Susan Clark's Originals, because the original one, which is for this design, it looks like exactly the same. The embellishment pack, it's just 2mm white pearls, like on the edges, and having the chart. I know there are like pink ones here, and I remember, so the fabric according to the key, the DMC threads and the pearl here on the edge. And I finished it like it was shown more or less on the preview, with like here with like this. And this one also doesn't have, because I'm using for it white Just Nan original thing. So I'm going to think about it, how what to use here, but I'm going to choose for each of them so that they wouldn't be without a bell pull. Then I have Be My Valentine, such a design. This is how it looks like. Nice one. And the last one I have, it's an autumn design with a squirrel. This ones are heavy, but I like them very, very much. You see, I like how this design looks with this ones. It makes like bigger, nicer. This one was stitched from scratch. I had the chart. Oh no, it wasn't stitched from scratch. It was stitched with the original one. No, it wasn't. I remember like wanting this one, and when I found it like for a decent price, I said, okay, I'm buying it. You know that I'm a big fan of autumn, sorry, as a season. That's why I have a kind of, I like very much stitching autumn designs. And the other part looks like that. So yeah, this would be the finished designs into bell pulls by Just Nan. And as you saw, there are, oh, don't go, oh, it's too heavy, come on. And as you saw, I have at least 3 designs which I'm intending to finish them into bell pulls again. The good thing is that they are seasonal. You see, like this one is autumn, this one is Saint Valentine's, this one is Christmas, this one is spring summer, this one is winter, the whole winter it can lie. This one also it can be all year round, but with the heart it's kind of Valentine's design. This one is summery, I would say, or for me many of the designs which are for spring, they come for summer as well. So spring, summer, they come all in one, so they can even be displayed for 6 months, something like this. So yes, these are my banners, bell pulls by Just Nan. Next, what I wanted to show you, these are the designs by Just Nan, which I finished into frames. It looks like frame, it's something you would finish, something simple you would finish in, but nevertheless, I don't have many designs finished into frames. So like, I will probably be short, like showing you what I have. So this is it should be like this, if I'm not wrong, like this, like that, like this. I don't remember how it's called, the design. I remember wanting it a lot. The dragonfly, it's a bought from Susan Clark's original, so I didn't have the original like pack, and I stitched because it asks for DMC threads for simple beads. The frame, by the way, it was from Tiki Maxx, and I remember like buying it, and I didn't like the pink color it had, the gold it has here. And when I showed it, like it was lying in my stash for 1 year, I think. And when I showed it on YouTube saying that, oh, I would like to finish this one here, but I'm not sure. And a lot of stitchers in the comments, they said, it's beautiful, it's just beautiful, finish it. And since the moment I framed it here, it stays here, and I wouldn't change the color. I wanted to paint it in white. So now I wouldn't paint it in white because I like it very, very much. Next, it's the mermaid. This one is not stitched with an original embellishment pack. I remember like that this one being extremely expensive at the time I wanted it. That's why I have the seahorses, the 4 seahorses, and the mermaid from Susan Clark's originals. And I already tried to do it as I could. I like it a lot. It was lying unframed for a long time, and like not a long time ago I just framed it into this white frame. I got a comment that saying that the frame is too white for this design, and I would agree. So taking something like dirty white, things like this, and I agree with this. And the moment now I am not like reframing it because I don't have one in my stock, in my stash, and I wouldn't buy especially for this one. But the moment I will have something appropriate, I'm going to change it, this one. Then also in a white frame, but this one I like how it looks. This is Pearl Orchid, which was stitched not a long time ago, I think. And this one, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Pretty popular, I would say. So this is from the series pattern packs. So I had it in my stash, and I decided that probably it's time for this one to be stitched and finished. And approximately at the same time, I stitched and finished this one, Gingham Rose, Gingham Tulips. Really don't remember how it's called. I remember wanting this design very much, but no matter that, this is also from the series pattern packs, and this one usually sold with the fabric and the tulip bunch of tulips charm. And this one is pretty expensive. That's why when I found just the tulip charm being sold, I was like happy, really happy, and I already found the fabric and stitched it. Not a joy to stitch on this fabric, I would tell you, not a joy at all. But I wanted the design so much. That's why I just stitched it. And I like the finishing of this one. Then the design Tall Flowers. I remember having this one, the chart and the charms, and then I decided that I don't want it. I sold it, then I bought it again. So after like stitching it, I remember going to Tiki Maxx and I saw this frame. I liked it and I purchased it. When I came home, I just tried to finish this one in here, and I said, okay, this one is going to live in here. So I haven't changed it since then, and probably it's going to stay here because I think it looks nice, the frame for the design. Then I have a reframed design. This is the Promises, I think it's called. This one was on the top of on a lid on the top of a frame craft box, but then I stitched the golden butterfly and I finished there. And I decided that I'm going to look for something else for this pair in love. And at the time, I saw this frame. I was not sure when I purchased it. I was not sure that they are going to fit. I said, okay, if they are not going to fit, I'm going to use for something else. And they fit. The interesting thing is that when they were in that lid, this part didn't fit exactly. When they came here, everything fits except a few stitches on their tails. But anyway, it's evident that it's a heart. And also from the recently finished designs, this is Wildflower Wishes. Was finished also in a frame. This one. Beautiful. And also the 4 seasonal designs in small frames. Said that I finished them, and I said that I'm going to replace the black one, look for one of them. Can you imagine that I haven't found one? I've been once to one Tiki Maxx and I couldn't find one. But nevertheless, they used to reappear seasonally, so I think it's going to appear eventually one of them. If not, I'm going to think maybe autumn I'm going to put in this black one. And this one is not straight, you see. I'm not good at I don't know if I said, but I'm not good at finishing into. I have to change the position of this one because it's not okay, and I have to redo it. This one. Okay, and the last one, it's not a frame, but the principle is the same, like a frame. This is Miss Kitty's Dragons, which was finished into the how to say, box, into this box. It's not a box, it's a basket. Yeah, to this basket also not a long time ago. So yeah, this would be the framed Just Nan designs. And the last part I wanted to present you, these are the, I don't know how to call them, the 3D designs by Just Nan. And here I kind of tried to divide them on seasons, but if a certain design is part of a series, I'm going to show you the rest of them from the other seasons so that you could see the whole series. And I'll start with winter, because not a long time ago I took it from display, these ones. Okay, so what do I have here? Let me start first with the pincushions of the stockings. So I said that first, when I stitch a stocking, I stitch a pincushion as well. So I have the Burgundy Bouquet pincushion, I have the Christmas Soldiers pincushion, I have the Sugar Plum Violets pincushion, and I have the Cranberry Plate pincushion. This one is ready. Also I have such a beauty. This is Mary 15. It's this one is stitched from scratch, but I had the luck to purchase the original pins from Silver Needle shop. So there was like 3 years ago, I think, maybe even 4, when they were selling. They had some leftovers of just pins, and they were selling them, and I purchased. But the, I mean, like the biscornu itself, I had to stitch from scratch. I have a video on my channel, by the way, everything what I used for this one. If to speak about the biscornus, I also have the latest biscornu, which was released. I mean, like this year's biscornu. This is how it looks like. It's stitched everything according to the key. Here you can see that there is a pin. So the robin bead is Just Nan bead, but the rest of it I made it. So the pin is kind of made by myself. Then this one, this pin actually is a part of Santa is in the House. Also, it was the newly released thing. You see? here is Santa. And the Santa had a pin, needs to have a pin like there. But I'm not using this pin with Santa like here. I don't like how it fits. And usually I'm displaying there. I like very much the slide. That's why I decided that I want that one. And what else? Speaking about the biscornus, I have such a tiny biscornu. And this one is part of a series. There are like the other seasons. So this is for winter, for Christmas. I even attached here the ribbon. Then there is the autumn one with owls. Here it is. Then there is the summer one. I like about this one that one part uses raw linen and the other part uses ice blue linen. And the last one, I think it's spring one because it's with bunny. Easter one, this one. So there are like 4 of them. Tiny biscornus they're called, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Oopsie. The tiny biscornus want to run away. Then I have some home books. I have such a oh dear, I think it's called home book. This one was purchased from One to Free Stitch, I remember. And when I stitched it, I really appreciated of how beautiful this one is. I have also on the preview, it comes with such a pin, and a long time ago I even purchased such a pin, deer pin. Also I have one more biscornu. This one is winter biscornu, again with a pin. This is how it looks like. And this one is a part of a series of 4 pins which come for each season, and the chart is sold with the embellishment pack and with the pin, by the way. I know that a lot of stitchers love this one. So there is the spring one with the tulip pin. This is how it looks like. And then there is the summer one with butterfly pin. Lovely, this pin. It's just lovely. This is how it looks like. And the autumn one with moon pin. So this would be the 4 of them, if you wanted to see the 4 of them together. And by the way, they are the same size as this one. All of them are stitched on 28 of cashel linen. So I stitched them on the fabric which they were recommending or asking on the key, in the key. Then I have such a cube. This is reindeer cube. This is one of the first ones I stitched. It's not perfectly like finished, but nevertheless I'm not going to change anything because it's not so bad. It's not so good, but it's not so bad. I have ones which look even worse than this one. And this one has a Santa mouse. Okay, has. Santa mouse was purchased like separately, but this one is so tiny, so nice. I love it. And here I have this pin is Just Nan pin, the gingerbread man pin. Then I have a reindeer pin which I made by myself because the one which Nan has looks like this. I mean, for Mary 15, I just had the bit. There was a time when I was crazy about these pins. I was making a lot of this one. I made it. This one. Okay. Then the pockets. So here it's the winter Christmas pocket with a ship. So the ship is, I put it there. This one I made it like I'm in this pin. This one is stitched totally from scratch. And besides like the winter one, there are 3 more. I showed you like not a long time ago in my videos. And this is how it looks like. This is the spring, the summer. No. These ones are supposed to be winders, needle floss winders, but I'm not going to use them as winders. This side, this is how it looks. Then the winter one. The pin is Just Nan pin. I used to have it. This one is, I had everything for it, so even the winder. Oops, I Like when I purchased it, it was with everything. And the summer one, I haven't changed, but I'm thinking of changing this turtle because this one is too big and it kind of damages this one. And this one. This is how it looks like. Okay, so this is about the pockets. Then there was such a series. There were 4 designs, and I stitched them so differently that at the moment, with the last one, I stopped and I started buying them again so that I would stitch them in one style, all 4 of them. So the first one, the one with dragonfly, I purchased and I made a pin cushion and I finished it not nicely. And I don't know if I will be able to refinish that one, or I have to stitch once more, but the charm which was there, I finished into a pin. Yeah, I said that there was a moment when I just was crazy about these pins. Then it was this one, if I'm not wrong, it was the second with the butterflies. I stitched it and I finished it into a biscorner. Not bad, I would say, not bad. And from the charm, the butterfly charm which was there, guess what? I made a pin. Yeah, because I was crazy about the pins now that time. And the third one was the one with the bee, and this one I already stitched like according to the key with like everything. I used the permine linen for the second count, and it turned out different and small. And when the fourth one was released with a nest, if I'm not wrong, that one I didn't buy and didn't stitch at that time. Then I saw that the stitchers used to stitch all 4 of them on the same color of fabric. For example, they choose gingerbread fabric, they're stitching all of them. If they're choosing raw, they're stitching all of them on raw, and they look beautiful, you know. And I said that I also want 4 of them to look beautiful. That's why I am purchasing them again. I mean, like the ones, even the ones which I had for the because I need the embellishment pack, and I'm going to stitch eventually them once more, like all of them in the same style. At least I thought so. What else? I have the mouse on a tin. I think this series already finished. And this one was the last one, if I'm not wrong. It was last Christmas, and it was the last one. Not this Christmas, even the last Christmas. So this is the Christmas piece, if I'm not wrong, it's called this one. This is how it looks, the tin, and inside the tin there is such a thing. I'm not using it for needles. I'm made it kind of a pin keep, I don't know how to call it. I'm using it like that. And I think it's nice. Good thing that they have a magnet here, and it's easy to put them. And besides this one, there are 3 more from this series, which I purchased like at their time, and I finished at their time. If I'm not wrong, the first one was the peacock mouse, which was released. This is the tin, and inside the tin is this one. Beautiful. This one is a bead, by the way. Okay. Then the next one, it was the one with bees, if I'm not wrong. This is how it looks like. I have a lot of bees. A bee's cap there. And what the box contains. The box contains such a thing with a bee. This is how it looks like. Okay. And the last one is ladybird, ladybug. This is how the mouse looks like. Again, with a lot of ladybugs. Nice hat. The tin. And what's inside the tin? Okay. Something like this. Oops. And the last thing. It's such trinket boxes with something accompanying them. So this is Noella. I showed her many times with her berry, strawberry. Okay. This one is not finished. This series is not finished. I have like the only one, the only original one I have is the Lady Bird. This is how it looks like. This is a pin cushion. This is a needle book. So this is the original one I used to have. Then I have Minerva with her mouse. This is her mouse. And I still have to make a roll for Barnaby the bee. And this one is the last one which I haven't finished, so that the series would be finished also. So this would be the winter ones with if they are part of a series. I showed you also the accompanying how they say parts of that series, but that's not everything, to be continued. That's everything I wanted to show you in today's video, but that's not everything about Just Nan, because it's going to be a second part of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.